A few weeks ago, a friend of mine was telling me about an ordeal her husband had experienced. Now his best friend, a childhood friend of his, who also happens to be a business partner, one day walked into the boardroom and voted her husband out of the company they had built together. Now, not because he had done anything wrong, but because it was profitable to do so. And as she was speaking to me, something struck me. No one is your friend. Not in the way you think they are, and not in the way you want them to be. And before you dismiss what I'm saying as being cynical or bitter, let me explain. Your best friend is planning your funeral while smiling at your birthday party. Not literally, but psychologically, emotionally, strategically. They are calculating how your failure benefits their success, how your weakness highlights their strength, how your setbacks create their opportunities. Now, this sounds harsh until you realize you're doing the same thing to them, because that is what humans do. The sooner you realize that almost everyone is fundamentally selfish, the sooner you can stop expecting selflessness and start expecting excellence from the only one who will never abandon you, yourself. The word friend has been so misused and watered down that we call anyone who doesn't actively harm us friend. We call people who laugh at our jokes friends. People who attend our parties, we call them friends. But friendship, real friendship, requires something most humans are not capable of giving: unconditional loyalty that transcends personal benefit. Loyalty is a luxury most people can only afford when it doesn't cost them anything. When success is flowing and everything is going fine, everyone wants to be your friend. They cheer and celebrate with you. But watch what happens when supporting you becomes inconvenient, or standing by you may cost them something they value more than your relationship. This is just human nature, functioning as it was designed to function. Human beings are wired for survival. When push comes to shove, when circumstances becomes difficult and supporting you becomes costly, most people will choose their comfort over your success, their reputation over your truth. And you know what? That's perfectly normal. It's perfectly natural. The problem is not that people behave this way. The problem is that you expect them to behave differently. People are not evil for choosing themselves over you. They're simply being human. There are seasons in every relationship, just like in nature. There's a spring season where everything is new and fresh and full of promise. There's the summer season when the relationship is strong and productive and beneficial to both parties. There's the autumn season when things start to change, when the relationship requires more work to maintain. And then there's winter. Winter is when the relationship costs more than it produces. This is when people's true nature is revealed. Most people are fair weather friends. They are present for the spring and the summer of your life, but when winter comes, they suddenly develop selective hearing when you need them the most. And this is why building your life on the foundation of other people's loyalty is like building your house on sand. It might look solid for a while, but when the storm comes, everything collapses. Human beings are motivated by two primary forces: the pursuit of happiness and the avoidance of pain. When being your friend brings pleasure, benefit, or advantage, they'll be completely loyal to you. The moment the equation changes, the loyalty evaporates. Same reason partnerships dissolve when money gets tight. Same reason families fall apart when inheritance is discussed. Even friendships end when career opportunities arise. When you expect people to be loyal beyond their self-interest, you set yourself up for disappointment. But when you understand that loyalty is conditional, you free yourself from the prison of expectations. You become emotionally independent, psychologically sovereign, and spiritually free. Namaste.